Yo! Video games.
Heroic bro, the goddamn straight. I'm gonna do the CVS2 boss rage when I get back from Florida, guys, so you have to wait a week, sadly, and I'll be back. CVS2 boss rage is gonna be pretty glorious. That one's gonna be themed like it's a news broadcast. Just like the game. What the hell just happened?
Brodia. I think we already saw this, didn't we?
Not too sure.
I'm very sure we did.
Skip this shit. I keep forgetting we are playing the GameCube version of this game. Oh, Dr. Blue Wizard, if you can, shoot that link to my my Twitter, please. Please! What shirt is Simmons wearing? Simmons is currently basking in the glory of Batman.
Arkham Knight.
We got to check out the Arkham Knight showing, and that game looks fucking glorious, so pretty good.
What are you gonna be doing boss rage on? What version of the game?
CVS2?
Yeah.
Probably emulated Dreamcast version for 1080p output.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stretch the borders because that ends up looking a little weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes on some levels, and we'll be playing through the majority of the levels. So I'll have to actually look into it.
He's not. It's really not that hard if I remember right. I mean, I used to do that at the fucking arcade at college.
God Rugal?
Yeah.
That on the hardest difficulty?
Well, I don't know what the arcade is into, so.
I barely, back in the day, I'd be there for hours. I'd be there for hours trying to beat that son of a bitch.
He's not that. Well, getting to him's not that hard.
Well, to get to him, you have to do a ton of shit.
No, it's point-based.
Nightfox64, thanks, dude. Right, that means you have to end like
Point-based thing. So, like, and honestly, like, you know, ending well, doing a lot of moves.
No, it's ending every match with a super or a level 3. You have to land a ton with that, like at least half of them.
I don't know, dude. I don't remember getting God Rugal being that hard. It's just a point-based thing. You just pay attention to what your points are. You know, using like reversals or whatever. My memory of that was like it's not really hard to get to him, and he's a little annoying, but you know, he's got some easy AI exploits.
This is true. I did kind of blast through Cyber Akuma with no problem. That's actually notoriously one of the hardest last bosses in fighting games. Like, it was funny, right before I did that, Event Hubs put up an article asking users what are the hardest last bosses in fighting games, and Cyber Akuma was number 3. It was like some, it might have been a Netherrealm boss, like Shao Kahn MK2, something like that.
I know SNKs are like the first Rugal and Orochi. Fucking nightmare.
That bird got stuck in time. Yeah, a lot of people think Gil was really easy at the end of Third Strike. That shit wasn't easy at all.
I've seen people get him stuck in loops in the corner.
That's how I beat him.
Like, I've seen, like, kids even do kind of well against him.
Well, it's a different difficulty when it's on V hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's way different.
Mine's over by the arcade.
And to be honest, what boss rage has kind of evolved into is not as much the boss being, like, extremely difficult. I like the challenge of it sets up a story, and what I end up trying to do with boss rage is literally craft whatever game I'm playing, the movie. Like, this is the movie, the narrative that would be around whatever game it's supposed to be. Like, in the narrative around Street Fighter 4 was Ryu coming over his curse of becoming evil Ryu and triumphing over and being like the Destiny guy that would kill the god in the end. And ever since the Shadow Jago fight, every single boss rage has kind of been like that, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna make this game the movie type of thing. And since fighting games don't have that much of a story that is told in a narrative that makes any fucking sense at all, because there's a bunch of characters, that's the thing I tried the goddamn hardest to do in editing, is to convey a narrative that this struggle is real and it's fucking awesome when you defeat it in the end. Kame every day! Thanks, dude! MK versus DC boss rage? Ugh. I've never played that game.
Nope, never have enough.
Fucking Hylian Shield.
Oh well.
Yeah, SSB's been on my back burner for a very long time. It's just that, oh my god, dude. So much shit has popped up. I haven't even had a chance to make more super arts. Like, that was supposed to be a bi-weekly series, and I've only been able to do 2 of them. And I started it 2 months ago.
Which one was that?
Super Arts talked about Tekken
yeah.
3, and then the second one talked about, first one was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. And the next one's gonna be the magic of Smash Brothers. And then after that, it's gonna be the beauty of Third Strike, which is talking about specifically how it's the Guinness record for, like, most animations in a fighting game.
I don't know if it's like 2D or 3D or whatever.
I think it's most sprite animations is what the record is for. And I'm gonna show people, like, look at Chun-Li's neutral jump. It's fucking beautiful. And you don't see that. You don't see all the frames.
Red Earth had a lot too.
Red Earth was really detailed sprites, but sometimes there's some goofy in between.
Ryan Unlimited!
I've seen that dude around. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much. Oh shit, you almost fell down a giant hole. I would love to do an Injustice boss rage. At least Injustice, I can kind of play that game. That would be hard, though. I know Superman's a giant asshole at the end of that game.
I beat it, but I don't know.
Yeah, getting through that shit on V-Hard, probably not a lot of fun.
I don't know, you know Batgirl.
Well, Batgirl relies on 50-50s. The computer doesn't give a shit about 50-50s, it just blocks. It doesn't care what direction you're going, it'll just block the attack if it chooses to. So it seems like with Batgirl it might be pretty hard. Things like frame traps and stuff that, you know, how those characters get their damage is against human opponents. Not especially AI. You gotta kind of bully an AI. That's bad. Oh, that's just fucking terrible. That happened in the, that happened in Smash Bros.
Yes.
That exact thing happened in Smash Bros.
That's what that stage is referencing.
I did not do Onslaught yet, actually. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Rojas, dude! Sounds like a Lord of the Rings character. Thanks, dude!
Rojas.
Rojas, dude!
Rider of Rojas.
Just make that jump, it'll be fine. Interesting observation, the GameCube version of Twilight Princess is 4:3, but the Wii version is 16:9.
On the box.
Yeah, I was about to say, Link does look like kind of wide in this game. And it's the aspect ratio. Looking a little wide and stubbly, Link. Is this one of your favorite Zeldas?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty much Twilight Princess 2, right? I mean, I'm sorry, it's pretty much Ocarina of Time 2.
People say that, but I mean... I really only feel it's like Ocarina of Time 2 in the sense that it's the same basic kind of like area, or the like land is very similar.
Well, the land and the pacing of the game is super similar. The
I don't know if I'd even go that far.
When these are the only 2 Zelda games I've played, and this game just feels like an infinitely better version of Ocarina of Time. Better controls, more fun. The The only thing that gets to me is being the dog, but as we can tell, I've been the dog like half as many times as you're going to be throughout the whole game already.
Yeah, this is like the last major segment here, a dog.
It's like they gave up on it halfway through development. Like, fuck it.
We don't become a dog. There you go.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 1 on the channel, but we never did a boss rage on MVC 1. Never played A Link Between Worlds. The only 2 Zelda games I've ever played is this one and Ocarina of Time. And we played Ocarina of Time on the channel. That game was a lot more fun when there was much less time in between us playing it. Like, and I can actually get good at it instead of just playing it 2 hours, forgetting everything, and then relearning the game again. This thing smells like shit.
Smells like a vagina.
This kid smells like shit too. Lady, you're all fuzzy. Grow your hair out. It's my opposite of get a haircut. The youth's scent.
Scent of Ilya. Yeah, I know where I'm going.
Such Zelda, much smell.
The castle.
How was my experience with Dead or Alive 5? I thoroughly enjoyed Dead or Alive 5's ridiculous story mode. Like, I played that back in 2012, and I put the entire story mode playthrough up on the channel. I actually had fun with that.
I heard you upset a lot of the Dead or Alive fans.
It actually got great views, and a ton of dudes on my channel loved the shit out of it. Like, I was surprised that story mode was consistently getting like a whole bunch of people watching it. I'm like, hey, I'll keep doing it. People are enjoying it, I'm not gonna stop. And I had fun. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
The story?
The story mode was so bad, but that's part of the magic of it, you know?
Well, like, the design or just, like, the actual...
Dead or Alive 5 story?
Yeah, like, the design,
awful.
Like, the story mode was not fun.
Well, no, it's got, like... No, it's awful as in it's, like, horribly corny. But it's Dead or Alive 5. The combat's Dead or Alive. I mean, you love it or hate it. It's just a much more flowing version of Tekken. It's a faster version of that Virtua Fighter. That's pretty much it. My problem is that Dead or Alive 5, VF, and Tekken all feel really similar, because they're all kind of similar.
Tigers, IO9!
Tagarsi 109! I'm gonna go with that. Thanks, dude! But yeah, there's that milk scene, that's hilarious. There's a lot of just goofy shit, because it's Dead or Alive. It's giant shit, naked... So there's this scene where you have the younger boy character that's like a little teenager that's in the game now, he's like a new fighter. Is at a bar with a girl, and the older lady, it's like, I don't know, like one of the older DOA chicks, comes up to him at the bar and says, can't order anything, you're too young, or something like that. And he's like, yeah, well, I'd really like something to drink, and it's just got him staring at her chest, and her boobs are like flopping individually and everything, and he's like, well, and then she says, I'll give you something to drink, and like slams a giant comical tub of milk. Like, huge tub of milk onto the thing, really like, bah! And he's like, whoa! And he like falls down. It's totally goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious. It's hilariously bad. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to play Dead or Alive around anyone that wasn't your really close friend. It's one of those games.
I played around my girlfriend.
You played around your mom?
No, not my mom.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Like someone that, like that isn't like a close friend. You wouldn't show that game to somebody, you know? Kind of like Vanguard Princess. You wouldn't be like, hey, check this Vanguard Princess game out, kid. It's awesome.
Hey, kid, check this out. It'll make a man out of you.
Oh, God.
This game will turn you into a sexual tyrannosaur. Just like me.
These dead people. Do you soak them up like Samanosuke?
No.
Oh.
We should be playing Okami, huh?
We should be playing Onimusha. We should.
Onimusha.
Yeah. I still love the fuck out of all the Onimusha games, at least 1 through 3.
Did you ever play 4?
I tried it a little bit of it, and because it wasn't Samanosuke, I didn't give a shit.
But Samanosuke wasn't in 2 either, was he?
No, but it had a dude that was cool. It had this, like, Japanese actor guy that was pretty similar to Samanosuke. But it was still, he still was cool. It also had that really cool song. That was a good motivation to play it. And it was Onimusha 2. It was like, there was a lot of worry because I think DMC 2 came out around the same time, and it was like, oh Jesus, DMC 2 was fucking awful.